Hey y'all, I'm Kendall Nicole, and I'm back with another episode of Mindfully Me after so long. First and foremost, hi. I missed y'all. It feels so good to sit down and talk because it's been a minute and I haven't had the chance to do that. So, let me catch y'all up real quick. Life has been lifing. I broke my foot and that slowed me down all the way. And at first, I thought I was only resting my body, but it ended up forcing me to rest my mind too. And honestly, that was hard for me. I realized how much of my worth I tied to constantly moving and creating and showing up for other people. And when I couldn't do all of that, I feel like my life got real quiet. I kept asking myself, like, am I doing enough? Am I falling behind? Are people forgetting about me? But I had to remind myself, and now I want to remind y'all, like, you are allowed to take up space even when you don't feel like your best self. And that's something that I want to really express to y'all. So, let's get into it. So, my first question to y'all would be, do you ever feel like if you're not constantly doing something, posting, working, grinding, whatever you do on your spare time, that you're invisible to the world? Like, the moment you slow down, that if that happens, people are going to move on without you or forget about you. Like, I used to think if I wasn't productive, that I wasn't valuable. Like, if I wasn't posting episodes, hitting milestones in school, being that quote-unquote girl, that I wasn't enough. And sitting still these few months really exposed that in me. But let me say this. Your existence alone is enough. You don't have to earn your spot in this world by overworking or proving yourself. Even on your worst days, you're still worth love, success, peace, whatever you put your mind to. At the end of the day, whatever your goal point, your end point, you're still worthy of that, even if you have to sit down and take a break. Y'all know I go around and ask questions, and 2 questions related to this part is, why do we feel like rest makes us invisible, and who told us we had to earn our worth? I'll say this. Think about it. Since we were kids, people celebrated us for, like, what we do and not who we are. Get good grades, make the team, get scholarships. If you're not doing all that, it feels like you're failing because that's what people worship. That's what people celebrate. That pressure doesn't just stop when you hit college or your 20s. It's everywhere. I feel like you scroll on Instagram, everybody's crossing into organizations, graduating early, y'all traveling out the country, y'all starting business, y'all getting big girl, big boy jobs, and sometimes you're not doing that. So here you are like, dang, I'm just trying to make it through the week without falling apart. So let me say this for the people in the back. You are not behind. You are not invisible. You don't have to be, quote-unquote, on 24/7 to matter. The people who love you don't need you to perform. They just need you. This next part really fades back into that one episode I did that's called 20-somethings. Because in your 20s, especially if you're in college, you feel like you got to have it all together. Like, you want the perfect GPA, the internships lined up. Outside of school, you want to still have fun. You want to, experience. But the truth is, nobody is posting their struggles. Nobody is posting the nights they cried in the car. Nobody's showing you the moments where they felt like quitting too. So, don't compare your full, messy life to somebody else's highlights. Because how many of y'all ever feel like y'all falling behind because of what you see online? Or how many of y'all done upset at yourself because you just don't ever let yourself be, or constantly try to prove that you deserve to be where you are? Like, when I broke my foot, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go out. Well, I wasn't supposed to go out. I still did, but I couldn't dress up like I was usually do. I couldn't even show up the way I wanted to, and it kept me thinking like, dang, this is a major setback. But God had to remind me, you are not on nobody else's clock. You are on mine. Your timeline is yours, y'all. And that's what makes it beautiful at the end of the day. So, in general, what if you graduate a little later? What if you still figuring out life after everybody seems to have it figured out? You are not late. Your blessings are not running from you. They are being prepared for you. When you don't get stuff right in the moment, that means you probably aren't ready and you still need to prepare or work up to it. So, listen to me when I say this. You are allowed to take up space, even if you're tired, even if you're doubting yourself, even if you're healing from something that nobody knows about. You are allowed to show up messy. You are allowed to show up unsure. You don't have to wait until you're perfect to take up space in this world. What would it look like if you stopped trying to fix yourself and just started loving yourself where you are in the moment? When is the last time you told yourself, I'm proud of you? I want you to say this out loud. Whoever listening, who, he, she, we, cousin, sister, brother, whoever. Auntie, because my aunt is be on here. I deserve to be here. I deserve to take up space. I don't have to earn my worth. I already have it. You are not what you go through. You are not your setbacks. You are not your mistakes. You are you, and that's enough. It's enough. I don't know where this just came from, but it's literally sitting in the back of my mind. I want y'all to know, while I've been taking this break, while I've been gone, I asked myself, like, are people still gonna care about my podcast? Did they forget about me? And the truth is, even I was starting to forget about me. Even I started to forget about the podcast. And honestly, now that I think about it, I feel like I can't be forgotten because I've placed my mark. I put my footprint in the sand, y'all. I did. So the next questions that go with me saying that is, have you ever been scared to rest because you thought people would stop caring about you or stop celebrating you? Why do you feel like our value disappears when we pause? You know, I feel like all the questions feed into each other. Some are really almost the same, but in response to that mindset is heavy. It'll have you overworking yourself, staying up all night, saying yes to everything, even when you drain, just so people don't forget you, just so people still make sure they look at you or you feel heard or seen. But listen, you don't have to be remembered for how much you did. You're here because you're you, and that's enough. Your people will still love you even if you disappear for a season. And the ones who don't, they were never your people anyways. Truly. It's some more questions on here that's relatable to the 20-something segment that I said earlier. And somebody said in your 20s, especially college, it feels like everybody's passing you up. And I just feel like I'm trying to survive this semester. Your timeline is not broken. The blessings meant for you aren't going to skip over you because you're moving slower than somebody else. Just saying. But more questions saying, do you ever feel like you're in competition with your friends, even when you don't want to be? And what would happen if you trusted that your path is unfolding exactly how it's supposed to? I had to sit with that second question because what's for me won't miss me, even if it takes longer, even if my journey looks different from hers or his or theirs. And listen, I told y'all, don't nobody post their moments when they feel lost. Don't nobody say when they back against the wall and they just sitting there swinging. Don't nobody say when they down on their ass sitting in the dirt. Ain't nobody gonna tell y'all when they broke. Ain't nobody gonna tell y'all when they failing classes or honestly questioning their life decisions. So stop comparing your real life to their highlights. I told y'all this already. Your story isn't supposed to look like theirs, and y'all should be thanking God for that. Truly. And I have never felt like I was in competitions with my friends. I feel like this is a team effort. Me and my friends work with each other. We do what we can. We help each other when we can. It was never a competition. Me and my few, we really put the team in team. Nigga, there's no I in team. We definitely a family. This is a team effort. Like, there's nothing nobody can tell me about the ones that I'm surrounded with now. Yeah, my back has been against the wall so many times where I didn't know what to do, and the only person I feel like I could turn to was God. And I turned around and my friends were sitting there ready and waiting to help me. I have never been in competition with my friends. This next question is, well, these next few questions are surrounding learning to be still without guilt. I'm going to be honest. I used to feel guilty for not doing anything. Like, if I was just sitting on my ass, I was wasting time. But resting isn't wasting time. It's an act of love. It's saying I matter even when I'm not producing anything. And I'm still learning this too. But hear me when I say you deserve to rest. You deserve soft days. You deserve to breathe without explaining yourself. Rest is mandatory to get to where you want. The questions say, when's the last time you gave yourself permission to do nothing? And what would it look like if you treated rest like it was just important as your work? I want y'all to answer that. Because I've been answering it this whole episode. But I also want y'all to remember this. Flowers don't bloom 24/7. The sun doesn't shine all day long at night. I got a tattoo that says no rain, no flowers. Baby, if it don't rain, ain't nothing coming from it. So why do you expect yourself to shine all day and night even when other things take break? Rest is a part of growth. And I'm going to just throw this out there. Your mess is still worthy. I know I've been saying this all episode, but your mess is still worthy. And this is for my perfectionists when I say this. For the people who don't let anyone see them unless they're polished up and glowing, make sure they all together. You don't have to wait until you're perfect to take up space. You don't have to wait until you're 100% healed or confident or sure of yourself. You are worthy even in your mess, even in your confusion, even if you're in your healing season. You are worthy. You are worthy. And I've been answering questions, but I'm giving y'all questions to answer as well. I really want to hear feedback from y'all. So some more questions for y'all is, what's one thing you're hiding from the world because you think it's not good enough? And what would happen if you showed up anyways? Because you're not too broken. You're not too late. You're not too much. You are exactly where you need to be to grow into where you're becoming. So take up space. Speak up. Be seen. Even with the shaky voice and the uncertainty. Make sure you're heard. And I'm going to say this because I don't want to take up too much of y'all time, being that this is a comeback episode. But this is your reminder. You are allowed to rest. You're allowed to heal. You're allowed to take up space even in your confusion and your fear and your not quote-unquote enoughness. And if nobody told you today, I see you. I hear you. I'm rooting for you. I'm proud of you. You're doing better than you think. And I'm so glad you're still here. Riding this journey with me, y'all. This season on Mindfully Me, we're giving ourselves permission to be here. No more shrinking, no more hustling for validation. We're taking up space, unapologetically. But, all right, y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next episode. Thank you for coming to listen to Mindfully Me.